So the next big push forward for us is the electrics in the workshop. Getting new light circuits in, getting new plug points in, and everything up and running so that we can become fully operational in here. It's a bit of a process figuring out where things should go, and how many lights you need, how much cable you need, all that kind of stuff. But we're kind of at the tail end of the process now. The installation's been done, and you can see around me there's like 10 different plug points and 3 different light circuits, one for the front of the workshop, one for the back of the workshop, and in the future we'll connect up lights for the outside of the workshop. I want to take you over to the main board where everything kind of feeds out of, and show you, give you a rundown of where things are going and how it all works. So here at the main board, the front circuit runs up and right across to the front of the workshop, and the light switch, which will greet you as you walk in. Then it goes up over the set of garage doors to the first light in the front circuit, and down to the first socket in the front circuit, up over the second set of doors through to the second light in the front circuit and the second set of plugs in the front circuit, finally terminating in the charging station. The next one runs down the center of the workshop to the first set of plugs, which will power the heavy woodworking machinery, up over the center through to another column which will power the drill press, finally ending up at a separate workstation down the end. The back of the workshop also has a light circuit. This is the first light in that circuit, down to some repurposed plugs right at the back of the workshop, which will probably power some welding machines and things like that. The second light in the rear circuit, finally ending up at a plug socket at the back. Around the front, on top of the workbenches, is the final plug circuit, which ends here by the crosscut saw. So what we tried to achieve was to make electricity or a plug point accessible from almost any corner of the workshop, no matter where you find yourself working. We created little workstations, and I'll show you a couple of those spaces now. So behind me is a good example where we ran power to 2 specific machines that are going to stay in place. The big tabletop saw and the wood thicknesser right next to me. So this is our dedicated battery charging station. So everything will be in one place. We know all the handheld power tools will be recharged right over here. This is like a little workstation in the back corner of the workshop. You've got your vise and some of your tools. Safety first, obviously, but you have 2 sockets over there, and behind, just the camera behind over here, you have 2 sockets over there, and a drill press, that kind of thing. This is another dedicated plug sitting here behind me, and this will power this big sander. It's right by the front of the workshop, so all the dust can just go straight out. So this little plug here is also strategic in that it will power this workstation here. And from here will be the bandsaw and this surface plane behind me over here. So as you can see, it takes a lot of thinking and planning to figure out where the electrical points are going to be in this workshop and where the lights are going to go, to make sure that you have them illuminating the right parts of the workshop. I think we're pretty happy with how we have zoned it. We have a small little working station with the drill presses and small tools. We have a large workbench over here with accessible plugs along the wall. We have dedicated plugs for sanding machine. We have dedicated charging station. We have a dedicated zone at the back which powers the bandsaw and the surface planer, and then the larger tools around the front here where we need to be able to access 360 around the machine. Those are also powered and ready to go. The next thing for us to do is to clean and service the machinery. On the way over here, moving to the farm, the machinery got battered around a little bit, so it's not entirely square anymore. So I think that's the next job, is to service machinery, set them up, and make sure that they are cutting true. Thanks for sticking with us on this one. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it either helped you or gave you something to watch for a while. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon on... Hey Evie! Cool.
Is it?
Say hi
Oh,
to everybody that's watching. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.